everyone! Good day! Welcome to TV Escuela. I am teacher Bessi Nervis Bañez from Lagab Elementary School, Compostela West District. And I am once again your Mathematics 5 teacher. For guidance to our pupils, parents, and guardians, please prepare your self-learning modules or SLMs for Mathematics 5 Quarter 1 Module 7 together with your pen and paper. Our lesson for today shall provide you learning activities that shall help enhance your mathematical skills about fractions. As we brace ourselves to the current learning opportunities amidst the current situation we are facing nowadays, may you create a new normal that involves new, healthy learning habits in the four corners of our home. Are you ready? I am confident that you are ready. Sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for you learning. At the end of our lesson, you shall be able to visualize division of fractions. In order to do so, I want you to take your time in listening, participating, and interacting in the lesson. Follow the directions and/or instruction in the learning activities diligently and answer all the given tests and exercises. Now, let's begin. In the past lesson, you learned that multiplying a fraction by its reciprocal is equal to 1. This time, we will study division of fractions. To prepare you for our series of learning activities, I want you to review your skills in dividing and naming fractional parts of shaded figures. Activity 1A. I want you to divide the following mentally. I will give you 5 seconds to do so, and we'll together check your answers. Let's start. Number 1. 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Number 2. 25 divided by 5. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Number 3. 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Number 4. 9 divided by 9. 9 divided by 9 equals 1. Number 5. 36 divided by 6. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. You are doing a fantastic job. Let's have another activity. I will be showing you figures and you shall name the fraction for the shaded parts. I will again give you 5 seconds to do so and we'll together check your answers. Let's begin. Look at the figure of number 6. The answer is 5 over 8. How about number 7? The answer is 1/4. Number 8. You're correct. It's 1/3. Finally, yes, It's 2/3. Did you get it right? Very well. Now, you are ready to proceed. In this lesson, I will let you see how division of fractions is done using illustrations. Please follow through so that you will be able to get the concept and learn division of fractions fast and good. Let us start studying the word problem shown. I have 6 squares and I want to divide each of them into halves. How many pieces would I have after? Look at your screen at how these 6 squares are divided into halves and shall answer these following questions. How many squares do I have at the start? Into how many parts do I want to have? How many pieces would there be after dividing the 6 squares into halves? Can you give me the number sentence and show how to solve the problem? We shall now discuss your answers to the questions. Try to see if your idea is correct. The problem can be solved in 2 ways: the visual method and the written method. Let me show you on how we do the visual method. In the visual method, we shall be visualizing 6 squares and we divide it into halves by drawing a line in each square. As you see, when 6 is divided by 1/2, it becomes 12. Observe that in the visual method, the squares are divided into halves which make 12 1/2s. Therefore, when 6 is divided by 1/2, it becomes 12. Right? Very well. Now, let us try to see how the written method is done. Look at the number sentence in your screen. N equals 6 divided by 1/2. When we divide fractions, we shall change our whole number into its fraction form. We shall take note that whole number 6, when turned into fraction, takes 1 as its denominator, making 6 equal to 6/1. We then simply change the operation to multiplication and then inverse the multiplier into its reciprocal fraction. Note that 1/2 and 2/1 are reciprocals. And we proceed to the multiplication of fractions. That is, 6 multiplied by 2 is 12 and 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Therefore, the product is 12/1 or 12. Do you want to do it again? Let us take more examples for you to master this skill. I shall show you sample visuals of fractions. With each model, write the division problem and we shall solve and simplify the answers if possible. Are you ready? Example 1. I will give you 10 seconds to look at the visual model and find out its division problem. Time starts now. The division problem on the given visual model is n equals 5 over 8 divided by 1 over 16. Let's solve. In order to find its quotient, we change the operation to multiplication and then inverse the multiplier into its reciprocal fraction. You shall now have the number sentence n equals 5 over 8 times 16 over 1. We shall simplify our factors, making our number sentence n equals 5 over 1 times 2 over 1, since both denominator 8 of the first factor and numerator 16 are divisible by 8. And we proceed to multiplication of fractions, that is, 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, and 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Therefore, the product is 10 over 1 or 10. Got it? Fantastic! Let's have another example. Example 2. I will give you 10 seconds to look at the visual model and find out its division problem. Time starts now. The division problem on the given visual model is n equals 3/4 divided by 1/8. Let's solve. In order to find its quotient, we change the operation to multiplication and then inverse the multiplier into its reciprocal fraction. You shall now have the number sentence n equals 3/4 times 8 over 1. We shall simplify our factors, making our number sentence n equals 3 over 1 times 2 over 1, since both denominator 4 of the first factor and numerator 8 are divisible by 4. And we proceed to multiplication of fractions. That is, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, and 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Therefore, the product is 6 over 1 or 6. Let's have one more example. Example 3. I will give you 10 seconds to look at the visual model and find out its division problem. Time starts now. The division problem on the given visual model is n equals 2 over 3 divided by 2 over 9. Let's solve. In order to find its quotient, we change the operation to multiplication and then inverse the multiplier into its reciprocal fraction. You shall now have the number sentence n equals 2 over 3 times 9 over 2. We shall simplify our factors, making our number sentence n equals 2 over 1 times 3 over 2, since both the denominator 3 of the first factor and numerator 9 are divisible by 3. Further, both numerator and denominator 2 of both factors can be simplified, making our number sentence n equals 1 over 1 times 3 over 1. And we proceed to multiplication of fractions. That is, 1 multiplied by 3 is 3, and 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. Therefore, the product is 3 over 1 or 3. You have just visualized how division of fractions is done. This can be made through written approach or number sentence and by using visual method using models such as drawing and or paper folding. This time, you shall show how to do it by yourself by answering the activities on your self-learning modules or SLMs for Mathematics 5, Quarter 1, Module 7, Lesson 2, Visualizing Division of Fractions entitled, What I Can Do. After doing so, check your work from the answer key page. Your score will tell you how much you have learned. Study further the next lessons and modules your respective math teachers in your school will give you, and I strongly encourage you to master all other mathematical skills. I hope you enjoy learning mathematics and do more with all your learnings. That would be the end of our lesson for today. This is once again your teacher Bessi, Aya, and Bañez saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!